Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Broadway Limited Big Boy. This is number 4023. We've got a couple other variations to look at as well, but this is what we'll unbox in the essence of time and get started right now.
If you like what you see, please subscribe to the JLWII2000 channel and leave a like on the video. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon so you'll be notified of future train videos.
Giving you some data that I normally don't. The box size, 22 inches long for this box. So you need a big box to handle the big boy, I suppose. And protect it well in shipping. And here it is. So this is a Greyhound scheme. Broadway Limited's latest packaging, you slide out the plastic clamshell, they call it, and the sleeve. You'll get a little funnel for smoke there. Underneath, I call it a trap door of sorts. Sometimes you have to slide the manuals back in, but this little door pops out. Inside, limited 1-year warranty, 28 functions. Operator's manual with over 30 pages of information, including CVs, functions. This locomotive packed out with 28 functions, so completely loaded out for DC or DCC operation. DCC is how you're going to get all your sounds, but you can run these in DC. I hear a lot that, you know, Broadway Limited needs to offer DC versions. This is a DC version, you can run it. So, traction tires and a coupler, probably for the pilots in there. Smoke deflector for this version is in here as well. And the clamshell just lifts off. And we open up the locomotive. And I will pull this out of the box and get it repositioned so we can take a closer look. As you can see on the pilot, there is a little swing area for a dummy coupler, or you can install another coupler there that they included in the box. So if you have double header going on or anything, and this number 4023 or any of your Broadway Limited Locos are behind, that's how you can hook them up. There's a number shield right here on its own, standing in front of the headlight, which is an LED. Number boards on each side of the headlight, pistons on the side here, flying number boards up top in between the bell, class lights. You have the builder's plate here, and a handrail going along the side of the body of the locomotive, boiler and sand domes up top, whistle, and safety pop-off valves back here. There's a single dynamo here that helps power auxiliary things in the train. And we'll get reset to take a look at the sides. It's your side rod valve detail, plumbing galore. This little area right here for water to escape. I think during blowdowns, I know there's a blowdown valve in the back. I'm not sure if that has the exact same purpose. Eccentric cranks, all the side rod detail here. If we work towards the firebox, you can see the firebox rivet detail and plumbing going along the side of that. With your trailing trucks. Got a little white wall, white sill going on there. 4023. There are cab figures installed. Rivet detail on the roof. There's a roof vent that actually moves up and down as needed. Holds its place pretty well. You just have to push back on the back to get that back in. So, if you guys caught my dirty fingernails, I apologize. Been working in the garden this morning a little bit. So on the side of the tender, you get a realistic coal load. There's a deck plate connecting the tender and the locomotive, so you can actually adjust that downwards so where it's flat. It doesn't just hang out really angled. You can see the back of the doors with the grab irons on 4023. And then the tender itself, got a water hatch. There's a few water hatches back here at crew access ladder. Got your centipede trucks in the bottom. And on the rear, there are class lights, or rear marker lights, and a rear indicator light. I'll get this turned around for you. Here's 4023 in the back. You can see silver tipped MU hose, coupler cut levers. Looks pretty good. It has the gallon capacity of the tender back there in small detailed print that's legible. Closer view of the other side. More of the same detail we talked about. There's a throttle lever. See that little zigzag here? So it's a little different detail on that side. Sure, I missed some stuff as well. There's another cab figure. There's this ash pan dump wheel. A lot of people think that's a brake wheel. It's actually an ash pan dump wheel. I've learned of that a long time ago. Every once in a while I'll still call it a brake wheel, not paying attention. And some blowdown plumbing there as well. And then more of the same detail on the tender. However, you can see that there's a little bit of difference with some plumbing there. I don't know if that's for sanding lines or what, but it is a little different than the other side, I believe. And here's a top view looking across the locomotive, so you can see a lot of that detail we talked about. Just for your viewing pleasure. Alright, two ways to start a Broadway limited locomotive. You either put in F9 or you just move the throttle. Go over some sounds now. We have lit class lights, number boards, and headlight. Here's bell. Whistle. That is a smoking whistle, so hopefully you can see that pretty well. If not, put something behind it so you can. And F22 enables the alternate whistle. And I believe you can play with some CVs and change some things around with the whistles. I think there might be 4 total, but those are the 2 main ones. I could be wrong. F3's coupler sounds. You have to kind of move the locomotive to get that to play. F4 is air pump. F5 is blowdown if you're sitting there. If you're moving, it's increased chuff. 6 is water fill. 7 is smoke on and off. 8 is master volume or mute. 9, like we talked about, was extended startup and shutdown. 10 is coal auger or oil injector, depending on what you got. Water injector. There's just sounds all the way up to 28. We usually don't cover them all. Try to pick a different one each Broadway limited review. If I hit 0, it turns on the headlight, marker lights and everything, and you hear the dynamo spin up. I'll show you that at a different angle. And then there's all sorts of different sounds, like lumber mill sounds, track sounds. See if I can try track sounds here. Got puffing smoke. Yeah, you hear the clickety-clack on 23. So I don't think I've showed you guys on video that specific sound before. Puffing smoke, 4 revolutions per chuff, pretty good. Get back here and show you the rear marker lights and headlight. You hear some bass. That is from the Rolling Thunder system, which I love, so I keep that operational on my layout all the time. There's your rear marker lights. I'll just zoom in for you real quick so you can see those. And in the interest of time, we're going to do a speedometer check here. Just got to drop down to 1 mile an hour on the 1 out of 128 on the NCE Pro Cab. Got about 3.5 there. So pretty smooth speed control out the gate. If you want it slower, you can always mess with CVs. We'll go forward 1 now. Gives you time to see the articulated puffing smoke. The synchronized puffing smoke, I should say. It's already registering about 3.4, so that is forward and backwards in speed step 1, smooth as butter both directions. I want to pull test in front of you real quick. Let's get this thing really going. The thing is insane pulling power of, looks like about 14 ounces, which is insane. Now people say, why don't you hook up 100 cars to all your pull tests? It would greatly increase the amount of time I spend on these reviews, having to pull out 100 cars of different types or keep 100 cars on the layout and derailments or anything else that occurs. But I do have first-hand account from somebody at a train show that they pulled 100 cars with 1 Broadway limited big boy, no problem. We're about to move to the next of a total of 3 big boys, but I did forget to put up the smoke deflector so you can see what that looks like on here, and it kind of just snaps in place. Actually, you have to remove this piece and then you can install the smoke deflector. I did want to show you what that looked like. I'm going to give you just a quick look at 4007 here. Smoking whistle again. Just one of the ski let's move on to the big star of the show, 4014. Okay, side-by-side comparison here of the 4014 with gloss appearance, which you actually see this very close to how this is done on this model. I've been around the 4014 lots of times, and they shine that thing up before service. And the flat kind of matte black of 4007 behind it. But it's just really eye-catching. It's beautiful. I love the gloss finish and the way Broadway Limited does it. I know they did it on a Norfolk and Western 1218 Class A locomotive, and it just really catches the eye when I reviewed that locomotive. So just wanted to show you the gloss finish, but let's operate 4014 a little bit. Also in the box as a little present, they don't put Big Boy on the front like the crew did on 4014, but they give you the decal so you can, because there was times it ran without it. It was times when it rained and washed off, and there's, you know, times you want to put the Big Boy on there. So they're allowing modelers to make their choice that way. And just so we're clear, I'm talking about putting Big Boy on the smoke box door in the front of the locomotive. That is what those decals are for. Alright, I'm just gonna fire this straight up here. Warmed up. Kind of a slight derail on the tender here. See the lighting, which looks great on the front. Let's give you a little roll by here of this Loco. Lights on the rear, and they're white on the sides. So red when you're looking at them from the back, and white on the sides. Well, that wraps up the review of the Broadway Limited HO scale Big Boys 4884 locomotives. Massive steam locomotives, both in model and real life. Beautiful attention to detail they've done with these Broadway Limited. I love the finish, glossy finish on the 4014. Love the option for adding Big Boy on the smoke box door. The puffing smoke. And the steaming whistle, and smooth drive, good lighting. The lighting looks nice, doesn't look bluish or yellow, too yellow. It has a nice appearance, Just great models overall. Be sure to check them out at your online retailers or local brick and mortar hobby shops. So with that said, I'm going to leave you with a run by of 4014 because that's my favorite. We'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.